So the iPhone makes for a great camera to shoot product demos, get up close for a makeup tutorial video, shoot a podcast with multiple camera angles, or upgrade your camera on Zoom or in your favorite streaming software. But it starts with actually mounting it. Mounting your phone is actually pretty complicated, and it's one of the first steps that you have to overcome to actually use your phone as a camera. We tested a lot of different mounts in the studio, and I want to share my favorites. So let's dive in and first talk through the different options to actually clamp your phone. So I have a few different options on the table here, and I'll be discussing my personal favorites. Starting with the Joby Griptide. So this is the Joby Griptide. You can actually find all of the different mounts and stands that I'm discussing in the comments. I'll just be leaving links to Amazon links. Those are not affiliate links. We're not affiliate in any way. These are just personal favorites that we share. A lot of folks ask us for recommendations, so these are our favorites. This is the Joby Griptide. And the reason why I like this mount, and I mentioned this before in other videos, is that it actually slides open. You can tighten this, and once you fit your phone in, you can open it slightly by about 1 mil and close it, which means that your phone can easily slide in and out. So this makes it really easy to mount and unmount the device. It has a 1/4 inch thread, so this fits on most tripods. There are 2 sets that you can buy. So this is the mount itself, so they sell it separately. Joby Griptide Pro. But it also comes with a sort of selfie stick. And you think a selfie stick? Well, the actual beauty of this one is that it also unfolds into a tripod. So it's a really nifty little tripod that you can unlock and slide out. And I like this because it is a really nice table stand. So if I put in my phone and I put it on a table, especially for example for a podcast or when you shoot a video and want to get your phone close to the screen, this is a super flexible way. So the only thing you need is a larger table or something to put this on, because it's not really long, but it's super portable, completely slides in, and it's a very nifty little package. So we're using these quite a bit in the studio when we're recording. This enables us, for example, to get a side shot. So if we want to capture someone in a podcast, we typically mount one of the phones in this and put it on the table. So this is definitely a favorite. Then another one, which is a bit more expensive but is really, really nifty, is the Moment MagSafe mount. So this is a little magnetic, it's actually made out of pretty solid aluminum. It feels very sturdy. But this is just a little rubber disc with a strong magnet attached to it, and this goes to the back of your phone. So I can't show it because I'm recording with my phone now, but it fits the MagSafe of the iPhone 12, 12 Pro, 12 mini, 13 and other models. It does not charge, of course. Typically when you record video with your iPhone, I would recommend to plug it in. One, the quality will be much better, and second, it will keep your device charged. So you don't actually need a MagSafe charging device. Theoretically, you could also use any car mount that includes charging. So it will at least sort of keep your phone charged a little bit while recording. So this MagSafe is a nice one. It actually, again, has a 1/4 inch little hole, which fits most tripods and other table mounts. So this 1/4 inch. So I think the Joby Griptide and the Moment are super nice. Then there's a little third bonus option, and I'll be including a link. Getting these shipped to people is pretty complicated, but this little mount actually fits behind your iPhone screen. So your screen goes this, and I can actually hang my phone behind the screen, and there's a little screw at the bottom. So this is again a 1/4 inch thread, so this fits most tripod plates, and you can slide your phone in and use this either behind your screen or on a tripod. I'll include a link to a 3D model that you can actually print. So if you have a 3D printer, or if you have a friend with a 3D printer, you can print these yourselves. They're a little bit they're a tiny little option, very affordable. I think the cost of printing these is just 50 cents in terms of material. To be frank, I rarely use these. They're super practical. I always have them in my backpack. But my personal favorite is definitely the Griptide. It's a little bit more expensive, but I like how it's adjustable, and it actually includes a little ball head so I can get the right angle. So getting your camera in the right angle and facing it up is typically pretty complicated if you don't have at least a little ball head to adjust it. So that brings me to the mounts, the actual sort of stands or clamps or whatever you'd be using to hold the phone on a table or on a tripod. And we use 3 different options. There's really nice table clamps mounts from, for example, Elgato, the streaming company. They make a really nice modular system with multiple arms, and you can extend those, and it gives you a lot of flexibility to get the right angle, or even have like a second pole attached to this, so you can get a top-down view over the table. But there are also a lot of really affordable options on Amazon that are more generic brands. This is one of the examples. These sell for prices varying between 20 and 60 euros, I would say. They make for a very nice, affordable way to actually mount your phone. So you hook these up to the table. So basically whatever, depending on the size, and some of these come with a very long, very big clearance. Others are a little bit tighter. This one is pretty flexible, so it fits pretty thick tables. And at the top there's, again, you've seen this before, a 1/4 inch screw hole. So a 1/4 inch basically is the standard. Most tripod plates, most ball heads actually fit on here. Then another super flexible option is the just a standard tripod. So this is my photo tripod. I already had this. It has a ball head. So typically a tripod has legs. You can extend it. There's a ball head on top of this. You can easily adjust all of these things, and it's just flexible. So we use these a lot. I can actually extend the legs. I can get it up to, let's say, almost 160 in height. So I put these behind my desk or behind the table, and then on top of that comes anything that you can use to mount your phone. So there's one more bonus option that I want to share, which is a little bit less straightforward and less common, but I think this is the one that we use most in the studio. Let me try to show you. This is a microphone stand, and the nice thing about a microphone stand is that it's affordable. You have these starting, I would say, at 30 euros, and they're just crazy flexible. So it extends, I would say, close to 2 meters. I can move it up, and typically for any camera this is not a really good option, but because the iPhone doesn't weigh anything, this makes a super flexible option to actually mount your phone. So we use these in the studio to get the right camera angles when we're recording, for example, a podcast. We also use them to get a top-down view, so I can easily get this hovering over my table and then mount my phone on the other end. The downside is that there is a different screw on the end of this. So this is the typical size that you see for a microphone, for any microphone stand. And I think it's 3/5 inch. So it's a little bit bigger than the standard tripod screw that you see, that, for example, attached to the Joby or to the Moment mount or the Joby Cryptide. And that makes it a little bit challenging. But we actually have this little box that I found on Amazon with all these different converters. So this box was 15 euros, and it has a full assortment of all kinds of different screws, converters, little sort of tripod plate screws. And this is like a little magic chest. And one of them is actually this 3/5 inch to a 1/4 inch. So I screw this on the end of this, and now I can actually mount the Joby Cryptide again. So this makes for a super simple way to actually use my microphone stand or any microphone clamp or a microphone table clamp, and use that for my iPhone as well. So this is like a super nifty way to mount. I highly recommend these microphone stands for iPhones. They're foldable, so they're compact. You can easily sort of stow them away, and they make for a nice, very adjustable iPhone mount. So That's my favorite. Then a little upgrade to your stand, whether you're using a table clamp or a tripod. Sort of typically a tripod already comes with it. It's a ball head, so there's a ball head here. But you can also get generic small ball heads that you can screw onto, for example, a microphone stand or a table clamp, and give you a little bit more adjustability. Sometimes these table clamps come with a ball head, so a little ball head like this. But this actually allows you to completely adjust your iPhone into different angles, which can be super useful if you mount it on the table and you just have it a little bit of a weird corner. So a little ball head actually makes it much more flexible. If I'm looking for a table stand, I'm mostly looking for something that is also not too high. So the standard size, the minimum size of these is important. Typically you don't mount it too high because you want to get your iPhone at roughly eye level. So if you have a really long table stand with a minimum size that cannot be adjusted, then you actually get your phone way too high and you look at a weird corner. And especially if you have a screen below it, you're constantly looking at the screen and your eyes are moving away from the camera. So I personally prefer the ones that are a little bit shorter because I don't need the length if I clamp something to the table. So these are the options. There's one other option that I've seen quite a bit that some folks recommend. That's this little gooseneck. I personally really don't like these. Probably my OCD, just the fact that this is always bent. It's not really sturdy. Typically it moves when you mount your phone, the angle is adjusted. So this just doesn't work for me. Other people do like this. It's not my favorite. It does come with a little ball head, so you can adjust it a little bit, but I think these are just not sturdy enough. They're flexible if you want to get like a quick shot somewhere else. Same goes for example, a GorillaPod. It's a nice little lightweight option, but I don't like them because they're too low. Okay, let's summarize. So first of all, you need something to mount your phone. So personal favorite, Joby Griptide. Good alternative, the Moment MagSafe, or 3D print your own. And the model for that will be included in the comments. We use Joby Griptides for almost everything. The reason why is because you can slide them open, easily adjustable, and it's easy to loosen them a little bit so your phone actually easily slides in and slides out. So that's why I like these. They're adjustable in terms of angle, and you don't necessarily need a ball head if you're using these. Then, if you want to mount your phone, you have 3 good options, or 4 I would say. It's either a tripod, any generic tripod has a tripod plate, so you need a tripod plate to mount to the Joby Griptide. Takes a 1/4 inch screw, and you actually attach the Griptide on the tripod plate. Most tripods come with a plate, so that makes it really easy. Tripod can be anything. You're using this indoors typically, so it can be any generic brand tripod or a little bit more expensive version if you use it a lot. I really like my photography tripod. We also have video tripods. This is just a super flexible option. I can put it on the table, or I can use it to get a little bit wider shot and just put it on the floor. Then we have the little selfie stick that comes with a tripod. A lot of generic brands. This is the one that comes with the Joby Griptide. So this is being sold as a set. I really like this because I can put it on the table, I can adjust the angle, and I can just put it in my bag. It's super lightweight. It makes for a good option if you have a table where you can mount your phone. Then we have the table clamps. These table clamps typically come with a minimum size. Make sure that it's short enough to actually get your phone at eye level. Sometimes they come with a ball head. If not, it's really nice to have one because it brings for a little bit of more adjustability. If you use it with a Griptide, a Joby Griptide, you don't necessarily need the ball head. So I would try without first and see if you need to upgrade. So these are super nice, flexible, sturdy, and make for a great permanent setup if you, for example, do a lot of talking head videos behind the desk. And then we have the bonus option, which is a microphone stand. So the microphone stand is super adjustable. It's affordable. I think this is like 30 euros. The only downside is the screw size of a microphone is different. It's 3/5 of an inch. So you need a little adapter to actually convert that. So I got this little bonus box on Amazon, which has all these different size adapters and little screws that I can use for microphones, for tripods, For base plates, it was 15 euros, so this entire box was 15 euros. It gave me everything I need to convert all kinds of different screw sizes. So this one is a 3/5 mil. So 3/5 mil goes on this side, and 1/4 inch screw comes out on the other side. And this actually fits on this microphone stand. So there's another one attached to this. And this means that I can actually get the Joby Griptide. I screw the adapter onto it, and then this goes onto the microphone stand. So this little screw is actually super useful if you want to, for example, use a microphone arm that you already have to mount your phone. So there are a lot of different options to mount microphones. iPhones don't weigh a lot, so you can easily convert any microphone stand or arm into something that you can use to mount your phone in a very flexible way. This microphone stand also extends, so it makes for a super nice way to get an overhead shot and get up close if you're shooting, for example, product videos or unpacking videos. So microphone stand or a standard tripod would be great options as well. So I'm super interested in hearing about your favorite mounts. There are a lot of different options in the market. It's sometimes a little bit overwhelming to find the ones that actually work well for you. These are my favorites. I'm curious what you think. I'll include buying links in the description. None of these links are affiliate links. We're not making any money over the things that you would be buying. This is just a way for us to make it easier for you to actually mount your phone and get started to shooting with detail.